I love putting like this. So this week, let's talk about the second element of putting, which is what I call the stroke. Now, the first element is setup, which is everything I do before I start to make a motion. And the second element is stroke, which is actually the motion of my stroke, which is what you and I usually consider to be what we do for practice. But here's a couple of fundamentals that are absolutely critical. One is that the putter has to move on the proper path, we call it, back and forth. And the other is that the putter face needs to be square to the target at impact, the face and the path. My favorite tool to help me learn that, to see it and to feel it, is what we call the Putting Laser Plus. And the idea with the Putting Laser Plus is that it fires a line down so that I can see the path of my stroke and also if the face turns open or closed. What makes it fantastic is that I don't have anything that's holding it in place, and my eye begins to see and feel what it's like for that putter to move on the right path with the face square. So let's try that. Here's the drill that we're going to work on because we want to get to tour putting excellence, which from 5 feet is 75%. That means if I can start it on line with a square face, I got a pretty good chance of making those. So what I've done is I put a piece of tape on the ground and I've got my laser set up, and the drill this week is to simply make 50 strokes where I'm moving the laser back and forth down the tape line. The concept is if I do this drill enough, when I close my eyes, I can still see the laser line, and it's probably moving exactly where I want it to do. Now, if you're new at this a little bit, I would suggest you take the putting rail, set it there. Let's see if I got it about right. That's perfect. And you're going to watch that laser line track absolutely perfectly. And the next motion then is to move the rail away and go back to no crutch. So we're looking for tour putting excellence. We're talking about stroke, and we're talking about moving that putter back and forth on the right path with a square face. This is a phenomenal drill to do that. Let's get ready and play a game now. So tour putting excellence from 5 feet, 75%. What do you need to do that? We call it the arrow game, and we're going to do it just like this. I'm going to take my laser line, I'm going to set it up, and I'm going to turn it forward so that it actually hits the back of the cup. It's in the center of my putter and it's going in the back of the cup. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set my lines up and I'm going to take my laser line and I'm going to stick it right in the back of the cup. That's how we're going to do it with the arrow game. It's really fun. Tour average is 75% from 5 feet, which is 15 out of 20. We're cheating, so your goal is 18 out of 20. You can do that with the arrow line and with the arrow game. If you do, the confidence you're going to create and the stroke rhythm you're going to have will make you off the charts more confident.